everyone, it's Nancy. Today we're going to work on most of the ephemera for the Autumn 1910 journal. I'd like to do as much as I can with you on this video, and I think that will be it. And then the final video will be a flip through of it. Okay, so I did kind of prep a few things in here that I want to do. So we're going to start here. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm so excited to be working on this with Amy and Carol Laws and a couple other gals that Amy mentioned are working on it. So first of all, in the last video I did show you how I made my collage board and then cut it up, and this is one of the pieces that I cut up, and then I rounded the corners. So we're going to make a little oh my gosh, little journal card here for this pocket. Okay, so I'm just going to move this to the side now. Amy did not have like words or little phrases in her kit, and I was looking through my stash and I did find some on. Now I have good news and bad news. The bad news is the words that I found was like a freebie given to members, but the good news is you can find really nice autumn fall words in an Etsy shop called Calico Collage. Her name is Norella, and she has beautiful autumn kits and actual kits with words in it. Like you could just buy the kit of words. There's all different varieties, dictionaries, meanings of words, and autumn words, Christmas words. She's got all kind of words. So I will link Calico Collage Etsy shop down below the video if you're looking for somewhere to buy little words. So when you see me using these little words, I did get them from her, but it wasn't in a kit. As far as I can see, I looked around, it wasn't in a kit. It was one of the freebies she gave to members at a time, but she does have kits with words in them, so take a look. So anyway, let me move this out of the way, and then so I did cut her off a tag, I believe, so I thought we would put her on here. I already inked around it, and I wanted to put that on there and then just put the word thankful. So I have my glue book here, and since I printed this on cardstock, I'm going to actually glue her on with some glue. So I hope everyone's doing well. And are you working on your fall journals yet? Are you working on any, or a fall folio? Oh, I want to do so many. I just want to keep working on fall journals, but you know, it's the last week of September now, and I've got some ideas for some Halloween ideas. So I need to I'm going to finish this beautiful journal, even though I want to keep making another one. I want to make a folio, actually. I don't know if I'll get that in or not, but I'm going to see how it goes. But definitely, I have some ideas for some Halloween things, and I want to try to get a video out this week to show you a base to prepare if you wanted to, play along with some Halloween type little projects that don't involve a lot. Sometimes some people aren't into the Halloween and they want to make something not too involved, but they'd like to make something regarding it. So I have an idea, and I want to get the intro video out this week so we can start 1st of October. So look at that simple card, backed it with coffee dyed paper. That was the masterboard that I did. I still have some of this masterboard left, and what I'm going to do, if I don't use all this up, I am going to I have already, you'll see I've cut it up into sizes that fit the pockets and tucks in here. I'm giving all of this with this journal, so the person that gets the journal are able to make their own tags. I always stuff my journals with envelopes of cut aparts and leftovers and masterboards. So there's always a ton of extras that you can make your own pieces to go in this journal. So If you haven't bought a journal from me, that's usually what I do. So I'll look at, isn't that pretty? It just fits right in there. I love that. Okay, moving on. We did that. Okay, we have our flip out here to write on. This dapper gentleman, and then you remember I did put that piece of vintage trim with the little Swarovski vintage. Oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying. Okay, gem. Okay, so I took one of these cards. I love this. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna take this gentleman. I cut him out, and I have some words that say Autumn Splendor. And simple enough, I already inked around the cards to save time. I'm going to have him standing here on this rock, like he's looking out, thinking, you know, I think that's really cool. So I am going to put him on there. And yeah, did you see in my other video, I did incorporate some autumn foliage and florals, and it looks super nice. So I just watched Amy's video, and she liked that idea, so she incorporated. So think about like autumn, you'll see autumn birds, like birds, and you can even use butterflies and florals, and it really adds to it, you know. Pumpkins, you can do pumpkins. So really, I mean, you don't have to do a ton to these. Look at how beautiful these are. Let's see, where do we want to put it? Up in here, I think. I'll just put it right here. And, you know, I thought about stitching around all these tags, and I still might. I'm not sure if I want to, because they are pretty already. And sometimes you want to stitch, sometimes you don't. So I mean, right now I'm thinking I don't want to stitch, but I could change my mind. So this one here, I'm going to tuck in here for now. And I will probably cut a piece of masterboard to put behind here as well. And then let's see, what's our next thing to do. Oh, this image here, look at this beautiful fall image. This was a freebie from graphicsfairy.com. So I always tell you, if you can't find something, go to the graphicsfairy.com, and I'm sure you'll find exactly what you need. So this was every Friday. If you sign up for their email, that she sends an email out once, I think every Friday once, and there's always like an image. So this was about a week or so ago, this image, and I just had to print this out and include this as a journal card. Isn't it pretty? So I put that in there. And okay, and that, we have that done. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so speaking of, you know, when I mentioned the Shop Calico collage, she has a kit of like Polaroid looking pictures. It's called Fall Aesthetics, and I am including a few of them. I cut them out. They look like they're on vintage, you know, and I inked them around, and I'm just going to add a few of them to the journal and just decorate a little bit on the bottom here. So I already picked a few out, and this one says I love fall most of all, and I figure that maybe it's the gentleman's hat and his cup of coffee, and maybe he's down there writing, and I'm going to just kind of put this down here. So let me get that on, and I'm going to tuck it under that. I'm going to tuck it here because we put the CD case. Oh, and the other thing I'm going to include, let me get this on here. The other thing I'm going to include is a bunch of my fall leaves that I sprayed the papers, and then I used my Tim Holtz leaf cut for these leaves, and then they're going to be tucked in here so you can further decorate the journal as well. So I'm going to make some more of those because I think they look just absolutely gorgeous in this journal. I love them, and you can never have enough. So I'm just going to put this here. Just like that. Just a little something to decorate. And I mean, I know they didn't have Polaroid pictures back in 1910, but you get the gist, right? So remember we made this CD case a tuck here, and then you can tuck ephemera and things inside here. Okay, so on this one, that's what we did. I'm going to fill this up with some more leaves over here. And then we have this tucked in here. Okay, and now here, oh gosh, what do I have going on in here? A couple things, I think. Let's take all this out. Okay, I have a real pretty coffee dyed repair tag here. And I think that's for this side here. Let's see what we have. So what I did was I have some die cuts of florals. And this isn't, I know Tim Holtz has a die cut with flowers and things like that. This die cut set that I have is from Stampin' Up. I'll have to look up and see what it's called. I don't know if it's available, but anyway, I was looking to see what else I can incorporate. And so what I want to do is I'm going to glue that down there. I have a bird. Look at this pretty bird. And I think my birds are from Tracy Fox Creative. And I have a whole little bin full of different birds. So I went through them and looked for some fall ones. I have one of my pretty leaves I thought I could put here, down here. And then I have a little tag that says Autumn Magic. So we're going to put that together. And then also, and then that's going to go in this pocket here, right here. And then I have the book page from this Reader's Digest, the pretty book page. I just kind of folded it over. You can journal on the back or even here. And then what I wanted to do was I think I wanted to just glue this card on here, just to decorate it up. Let's see, I'm going to put it on the bottom here. So let me get that on. So yeah, when you have your books, look at the pages that are in the very beginning, especially Reader's Digest books. Look for the pages that are at the very beginning and very end of the books, because they are pretty. They are very pretty. And I'm going to just glue that here. And that's just going to be decorated. So we're going to stick that in here like that. And let's make this tag here. So first thing I want to put down is my greenery. Okay. Oh, I just think this journal is so pretty. I can't get enough of the colors, the rich, deep colors of this journal that kit that Amy made. She really puts the color out there, and that's, I think, what draws me to. One of the things that draws me to Amy's kits is the color. Just pops and just really, really, really pretty. And her images are gorgeous too. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Okay, so I told you I was watching Harry Potter, and I only got through the first two. I'm going to see if today, after I make a couple videos, I might have time to continue on with the third movie. But yes, I'm loving them. I'm loving them. They're fun to watch. I don't know why I haven't watched it sooner, but I mean, I knew of them, obviously. And like I said, we went to Harry Potter World in Florida at Universal with my grandkids, and that was magical. So, okay, I'm going to put this here. Let me hold this down for a second. But yeah, get your flowers out. Get your leaves out. See what other, if you have die cuts of, leaves and florals and look at your birds, your butterflies, if you have any other animals. Norella, like I said, this Shop Calico Collage, she has some beautiful autumn kits, and with animals too, like foxes and owls and things like that. So you might find something that you like in her shop to make. She does beautiful kits as well. Isn't that pretty? Just like that. I love it. And then my little sign says Autumn Magic. Little word here, plaque. And I'm sure there's other shops too, but I'm just letting you know the ones that I know of. I think I'm going to put this right here. I think I'm going to put that here for now. Yeah, I'm going to leave that string on there because it's fun. And that's real pretty. Look at that. I love that. Okay, so this is going in here along with this right there. And leave these strings on. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is another coffee dyed envelope, and this will be filled with ephemera and leaves and things, but I did poke 2 holes in there and tied a pretty bow on it. So just know that this envelope is going to be filled with leaves and ephemera and things. So we're going to decorate here, and I have another green and another pretty bird, and this is going to go in our coffee sleeve pocket that we made. Okay, so real simple. I'm just going to put this here. Let me glue that on. Okay. And I don't know, I might have a word that I could add on to here too. I'll look and see. But I think it looks pretty just the way it is. We had a really good short but very good rainstorm come through here a little while ago. The biggest drops I've seen, and it came down really hard. And my husband was fishing, and he did good because he caught 3 bass, 3 small bass. So he was very happy that he did. So he takes pictures, puts them down on the ground, and he takes pictures of them and sends them to his friend and his brother to show what he caught. So that's nice. Okay, so this bird I thought was super pretty. I think I'm going to put him on down about here, I think. And I picked up my new glasses today. I got some new glasses, just a little slightly stronger in the right eye. Because I notice, you know, when I'm watching TV or videos or I'm crafting here, it's like I seem to see better out of my left eye than my right. So it was time for an exam, and just got a little bit stronger in the right eye. So now I'm seeing really good. Now I don't have an excuse to say, oh, I really didn't see that. I can see really good now. So let's see. How about autumn skies? I have something here that I could type in. I mean, not type in, that I could cut out. And we can put this. Let's just see if we want to put this on here or not. And yeah, so let me get that cut out. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that might look pretty there. Let me just round my corners here a little bit. Just like to give them a little round here. Okay, I'll ink that up real quick. this will be pretty here. Yeah, let's do it. I like these words on here. So I got my new bottle of glue. So I'm good for the season, because now, okay, let's see. I'm going to put it right here. I had to get another bottle of glue because I was running low. So I waited for the weather to break so I wouldn't get glue in the hot weather. So there we go. Just simple, see? If you don't have a die cut, you can just cut one out of a magazine or digital. Look, if you don't have digitals of greens or flowers, look at the pages. Sometimes, you know, like pages have leaves on them. You can fussy cut right off these pages, you know, things like that. So I'm gonna fill this after it dries later. I'm gonna fill this baby up, and this is gonna be right in here. That's pretty. I like that. I had to add more of this ribbon in this journal because it's so pretty. Okay, and then we did this. I don't know if I showed you this. I took some kind of vintagey papers here, and I stamped them. And there's about 2 or 3 of them in the journal to write in. So I tucked it in here. And then this, we made this the last video. And I kind of like that little orange peeking out there. And there's plenty of room to add more you know, tags and all kind of things in here. And we have another little Swarovski vintage stone. I remembered what I wanted to say there. And then, okay, so here's another one of those pictures. And I thought it would be pretty glued on the front of the bag here. This autumn picture here. So let me move that out of the way. And I have the leaves I cut from Amy's kit, and this is just a Tracy label here. So I think I'm just gonna glue this on and glue those leaves on. I already inked everything, so I don't think you need to see me ink every single thing. So I try to save some time. And I'm gonna put it kind of like on an angle. And then we'll glue the leaves on. I'll put that one here and the small one on the right here. If I could hold on to this little bugger, huh? Okay. I'm going to put that right. Well, I am if I can get it off my finger. Okay, there we go. That's pretty, see? Just something simple. And let's glue that on the bag. I think I was going to glue it like that. It's pretty. Right there. Let me hold that down for a minute. Get my glue up. Okay, that looks pretty. And I think, yeah, we already made our card in here, so that journal card is done. Right? Okay, stick that back in there. And I love this too. You can write, and you'll see your writing under here. I really think it'd be pretty to write in this journal with a brown pen. I think that would be super fun. Okay, so in here what I did was I took one of the pages and shrunk it down, and then I just printed light on the back here, and I folded it in half, and I had a pretty little corner punch, and it's just a cute little piece of ephemera to write on. And then here once again is one of the collage board tags, and I'm including that in there to decorate. So I just tuck this in there like that, and this in there as well. Okay. And then let's see what our next, oh, and on this piece, what I finally decided is to put a piece of this pretty trim here, because it just looks real pretty. And you got writing area here. And then we have our frame of the house here. And then, okay, so here's another one of those pages to write on that I just stamped on the bottom. And that's just tucked in here. And then I think I was going to make a little thing to tuck on this page under there. So it's just another coffee dyed little coin envelope. And I just have one of my floral cutouts with a little label that says blessed. And that's all I'm doing to this. And the background is just already pretty. So, yeah, that little envelope's probably going to hold some goodies as well. But I'm not telling you what, because I don't want to give it away. You got to have a little bit of a surprise, right? Can't see everything. I never show you what's inside the envelopes when I do a flip through, because that's a surprise for the owner. So, but there, it's in there. Every little envelope has something in it. Okay, there we go. Isn't that pretty with that background like that? It's so pretty. Oh, so like, I don't know. I'm loving it. I don't know where I got these from either. I've had them for a while, and I just was saving them. You know how we do that? We buy it, but we're not going to use it. And then I pulled those out, and I said, no, they belong in this journal. You just know. So this is going to be filled with something. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to tuck it right here under this paper clip right there. And then we have this. This was our vintage fabric flip here. And there's the middle of this, middle of the second signature, because there's 3. And then here's another one of these fall aesthetic photos. So this is a piece of the collage sheet from Amy's Kit. I'm going to put it right down there with a little pumpkin spice label. Okay. See, just simple, but it looks so pretty. I think I'm going to put it right here. Like that. I don't think it needs anything else. It's just pretty that way. Let's see, where was I putting this? I think I was just going to, I was going to put it on here. So I'm going to glue that on there. So, oh, wow. Do I have pumpkins growing? I don't know if I told you. This is my 3rd year of growing pumpkins, and I actually grow them along the garage in the front of my house. So at this point, you cannot even walk up the walkway to my house. I have to let you in through the garage, or you can walk on the grass, because you can't walk by the pumpkins. There's no sidewalk to walk. Pumpkins come first for me. So this year I planted by seed. I plant them, and this year I tried the brand, well, I don't remember the actual brand, but they were called jack-o'-lanterns. So they grow to about 9 inches. I harvested 3 already, and I have, that I can see, I think I have about 5 to 6 more coming. And there is a big one there, like it's bigger than 9 inches. The ones I harvested already were about this size, but there's some that are going to be 9, but there's one that's like a tall oblong one, and I'm excited for that one. I think I'm going to carve it. I haven't carved a pumpkin in so long that the next two that I give, and I do share with my daughters, so they already got one each, but they're going to get more. And then I am going to carve mine. So if I do get to that point, I will take a picture and show you. So here was our belly band. This was my middle of the night idea, remember? So it's a belly band matchbook. And this is full of paper to write on, right? So I put this around the music page. Well, on this side of the music page, it was plain. And I was thinking of putting like a fabric ruffle, but I don't know. I just didn't feel it. So this is another piece of Amy's collage page. There's a collage page in there. So I used my tear ruler and tore a piece here and glued it on there, and I think it's perfect just the way it is. I love it. It's very dramatic and I love it. So that was already decorated. So on this side here, this is another, my favorite. I cut this gentleman off the tag, and then I put the tweed, like I figured that was part of his jacket, and a button from his jacket. I had to do that. So I included this is a large index card that was coffee dyed with the doily. And I'm leaving that untouched for the person that gets this journal to decorate themselves. So I'm just tucking it right there, and I think it looks gorgeous. And let's see here, another pretty writing page. And you know, sometimes you have to leave a few things plain for your eye to rest. There's so much eye candy in this journal, right? You just sometimes need a place to rest the eye. This pocket here, I have a vintage birthday postcard, a real vintage birthday postcard. This is from 1913, addressed to Miss Josephine Sands in Evansville, Wisconsin. What does it say? Dearest friend, it's hard to read, but it says, dearest friend, received your card. Glad to hear from you. I don't know, I can't read it. Something about school. And I think it's signed Ethel. Answer soon, Ethel. And it's embossed. It's like an embossed postcard. This is all embossed in here. And I thought, oh, well, she probably wrote this beautiful card to her friend. And then this is a piece of stationery. And I think the colors pick up the blues and the teals from this watercolor page here. So I just folded that up, and that's going to be tucked in here as well. So easy for that one. That's beautiful, isn't it? The colors in there. And then we decorated that. We have the other card in there. And then this is the start of the third signature here. Okay. And then here I did the same, where I reduced the size of a page, printed light on the inside, and did my fussy corners. And it's a nice writing area. And then another tag of the collage board is in here, ready to be decorated. Let me get those in there. That looks pretty. I love the Edith Holden that I put in here. We have that. And then here's another Swarovski crystal here. And then another little piece of the masterboard. And a piece out of a vintage garden book here. So I folded that up. And then in here, I tucked in a real pretty burlap doily and another collage board card. So that's in here. In the middle of the signature. Could just stare at this page forever. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, and then in here, this tuck here, side tuck, I glued one of Amy's pieces from the kit, and then put one of the journal cards in here. And then this was another book page. And what I did was I had these doilies. I glued the brown doily, cut him out of a tag, And then I had a stamp that says, "Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree" by Emily Bronte. And I just folded that up, and that's going in here to write on. More journaling space with this card here. I just kind of altered them so you could see that there's a couple things in here. Do it like that. Okay, just like that. And it has that pretty ribbon I have. And then here's our other CD case. I glued it down, but I'm going to fill it with some goodies in here. And you can see them through here. And I glued that onto the Edith Holden page. That's super pretty. Because even if you don't have anything in there, it's beautiful. You could put a photo in there too. And then this one here has that beautiful girl, a journal card. And here's the other sheet from the book itself. So I just folded that up, and a giant journal card from the masterboard. So I think that looks super, super nice in here. Just like that, layered like that. Isn't that pretty? And then we made this. This was the dyed card, the flash card. Oh my gosh, I'm really not with it today. And I have two of Amy's cards in the journal cards in here to decorate. Clip that on, and here's another piece of that writing paper that I stamped. And then what I did was I made a pocket here with part of the doily here, and then I added a couple more tags here, and yeah, and I signed it. So what I'm going to do is fine-tune it up a little bit, load up those pockets and tucks, and include more masterboard cards, journal cards in here. And then so the next video is going to be a flip through, and I'm gonna maybe, I don't know if I'll do voice with it. I might just do pretty music with it and see how chunky this is. Can you see? It's very nice and chunky. It's got 3 signatures in there. I'll have to count the pages. I'll count the pages and put it down in the description. But the button closure works really well, and it's just, oh, I love it. It's a gorgeous journal. I'm so happy how I did this, and it's just beautiful. I'm so happy with this. So, okay, I'll see you in the next video to do a final flip through, and I'll put all information down below, okay? Have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you soon, everyone. Thanks. Bye.